These drought demons actually retain some memories and attachments from when they were alive, and in Mr. Sun's previous life, he was killed by Gao Chang, which should make him hold on to the desire for revenge, which in turn made him into a drought demon. So because of that, the zombified Mr. Sun completely ignores Suchin and runs over to kill his murderer instead. As for Day, he died from the bullet wounds that Suchin gave him, so he rushes towards our protagonist instead. The large drought demon lunges a clawed hand at the smaller man, and he's easily able to dodge. Then he rushes towards the other drought demon and brings his katana down straight through Mr. Sun's head, slicing the drought demon completely in half. As he dies, a small purple crystal comes out of his body and floats in front of Suchin. In the last apocalypse, where Gao Chang was the leader of the Green City Hotel, he must have gotten his powers after killing Mr. Sun in his last life as well. That means that the crystal will always appear inside Mr. Sun. This is the crystal nucleus that can give normal people superhuman strength. Now it belongs to him, and he can use it to greatly improve his abilities. He barely even has a second to grab it before Day rushes towards him in blind rage. Instead of fighting him, Suchin leaps over the rampaging drought demon and lands safely on the stairs. Now that he is what he came down for, the rest is up to Gao Chang and the others downstairs. With no other choice, the boss grabs Xiaoyu by the neck and throws him towards Day, that manages to knock the man and his zombie brother into their supply of water. Then he yells for the others to find weapons and attack. Meanwhile, Suchin pours himself a drink and dissolves the crystal in it. In his last life, these crystal nuclei occasionally appeared in the skills of drought demons and other mutant beasts. They are extremely rare, and it only appears inside 1 in 100. To get the power from them, one has to clean the crystal nucleus thoroughly, then swallow it directly. Once the crystal is fully submerged in the drink, he downs the entire thing in one gulp. The effects show immediately, and his body bursts with so much power that his clothes immediately explode. He screams out in pain as his eyes grow red, before finally collapsing naked on the floor. Downstairs, it seems like the zombified Day is dead. Gao Chang stomps on his head in anger and yells for it to move, but it lays motionless on the floor. Killing it also took out their last source of water. Without any water, Lena decides to try and escape to the rescue point, but one of the men grabs her and says that he will cut off her legs if she tries to run again. She begs him to let her go, since without water, everyone there will die of thirst anyway. Then she tells them that if they let her go, she will tell them a way to deal with Suchin. That interests them, and they urge her to speak before they kill her. She tells them that Xiaoan is Suchin's fiancé, and if they attack her at Suchin's doorstep, then he will open the door so they can ambush him. The men agree with her, and Xiaoan is shocked that her own sister would suggest using her as bait. They turn to grab the ex-fiancé, and she tells them that she will cooperate with their plan, but first, they need to find her some food. She specifically wants some meat. That's not possible, since the meat in the electric fridge has already spoiled. But Gao Chang has an idea. He gives her a knife, while the other men gather and hold down Lena. Then he tells her that if she wants meat, then it's up to her. Xiaoan catches on quickly and realizes that they want her to eat her own sister's flesh. She thinks about it for a moment, then turns to Lena menacingly while holding the knife. Lena starts screaming as Shan walks towards her. She tries to beg and remind her that they are sisters, and that she shouldn't do this. The other woman doubts her words, and if they are really sisters, since not too long ago, her so-called sister had suggested that they use her as bait without even thinking about it. She takes Lena by the neck and stabs the knife into her stomach several times, brutally murdering her sister. Even Gao Chang and his men watch on in surprise as she tells her dying sister to blame herself for this happening. Then she laughs over the body as blood pools around her feet. Now that lunch is secured, she laughs crazily and promises that once she has finished eating, she'll go upstairs to his room and drink his blood. Gao Chang tells them to let DNA cook the meat since they will need all the strength they can get to deal with Suchin. One of the men tries to protest, but the boss reminds him that without water, none of them will last a day. So, if they don't want to turn into a dry corpse, then they should do as he says. The man is reluctant, but he eventually shouts for them to look for Dana. Meanwhile, Suchin has woken up and decides to rest his powers. He realizes that he has gained physique-type abilities, and his resistance to heat has also improved. On top of that, even his muscles and his strength have increased as well. He tests his new power by crushing a large block of ice with one hand. As he stands and admires his new abilities, a knock comes from his suite door. It seems like someone else has come to his door to bother him. He looks through the security camera and notices that it's Hell's chef, Dwanya, waiting for him outside his door. She waits anxiously for him to open up and let her in. Everybody downstairs has gone crazy like Gao Chang, and the ground floor is no longer safe. Her only hope right now is to partner with Suchin, and thankfully, she has some leverage to get her way. When he finally opens his door, he's still completely naked as he asks her if everything is okay and if she needs some help. She notices his undressed body and screams, while he hurriedly apologizes and realizes that he forgot to get dressed before coming out to meet her. He invites her inside his apartment, and although he considered subduing her, the atmosphere is a bit awkward now for both of them. But based on his previous life, he knows that Dwanya is a very strong-willed woman and she had a cooperative relationship with Gao Chang. So, if he finds a way to bring her to his side, then he will benefit greatly. He starts by telling her that his resources are limited, and on top of that, they had only just met. He can't just be expected to take her in just because she's pretty. Dana realizes that the room is well equipped with ice and electricity, and because of that, she will have to show her worth if she wants to stay there. She tells him that she's not just a chef, she's also a graduate from Southwest Medical University, which means that she has a medical qualification certificate and 3 years of experience as a surgeon. The fact that she's a doctor is exciting to him, but that doesn't change the fact that his resources are limited, and he's uncertain if they can survive till tomorrow. She gets desperate and tells him that as long as he doesn't kick her out of the building, then she'll do anything he wants her to. He accepts her offer and tells her to consider his room her own home. By the time she realizes what she said, it's already too late for her to take it back. He then warns her that her only choice when she's with him is to behave herself and make sure that she doesn't have any ulterior motives, or else he will take her out. She, however, has no plans of going against him and has never doubted his methods and determination.